Hey, good evening. This is Cindy from Freeze Babies Fiber Frolic coming to you from Central Florida. Happy Monday. It's Monday. Oh gosh, what's the December what? Looks like it's the 10th. Yep, December 10th. And I'm coming to you live, like I said, from Central Florida. You can find me on Ravelry as Cindy Lou Who for you. And I am on Instagram as Freeze Baby. See? My little fake cue cards. I will post my information also on the notes after I get done with here. Tonight I'm going to just kind of talk about end of the year goals, and I'm also going to go through a little bit of my reference library of books that I use for helping me learn new things or look things up in my knitting journey. So, welcome anybody that's joining me. I look like, and introduce me if you're here. I'm wearing my naughty hat because I've been naughty because I'm not getting some of my UFOs done. I have some unfinished objects that are pretty old, especially my sweater. I have yet to finish the sweater, but I've got a cardigan on that I have on the needles that I've been working on for a while, but it's not going to get done before the end of the year. And that was this one here. I'm doing it a longer version. I don't wear short stuff because I'm a big girl and I need a little extra. But I am making the long sleeve version of it. And I'm actually almost done. I just have to do the sleeves, which is what I've got here. I've got one sleeve almost done. I'm doing this out of Surtur yarn. And let's see, it's plush tweed, and the color is, what does it say? CH or SH253. I don't know that it's got a color number, but this yarn is pretty reasonable. I think I paid $9 for it at Skein. I got it at 4 Pearls in beautiful Winter Haven, Florida. Each 100 gram skein is 72 yards, so I love it. It's very, very soft, and I'll probably end up wearing it as a fall jacket. I don't know, but it'll be nice when it's done. I gotta finish one more sleeve, and then I can sew it together. It's pieced together. You work it, I'll have to seam it. But I also have the button already picked out for that, so I've been hoarding it for the last, gosh, I don't even know when I know it's been over a year since I cast it on, but that's on my naughty list of things I need to get done, because I have some on my wish list for the new year. I've got at least 2 other sweaters I want to do. I'm only going to do cardigans. I do want to try steeking though. Try something by Boylan Knits, but I've also got Joji Locatelli's Elton on the wish list for the year, and I actually talked to the person I'm having dye the yarn for me, and I'm actually going to use a colorway that I'm already using for another project with it, which is my Klein shawl. This is my Klein shawl. It's an asymmetrical shawl, worked with two different colors, and what you do is you start with one color as the main one, which is the main color here, which is the cream one, is with the specks, which it's Knit Style Yarns Party in a Ball, and then the other more kind of a teal color is the one I actually want to use for my main color for my Elton, and that will be Pastel Preening from Olive and 2U Studios, which is this one. It does have some specks in it, but it's primarily the turquoise. What I might do, you do 2 kinds of yarns. One which is a kid silk, so that'll be kind of fun. But this is what the main yarn I'm using right now looks like. I love Sharon from Knit Style Yarns. Her colorways are beautiful. I actually have this also in the kid silk mohair and her lush lace, because I was originally going to use it for the Birds of a Feather, but I just couldn't get that to work, so I ripped it out and I switched over to this pattern, and I'm much happier. You use the yarn to do the design. Most of it is what do you call, stockinette stitch, but you know, you're alternating with, or it's garter stitch, but then you're alternating with the slashes of the stockinette stitch, which makes it the neat design elements for it. I don't know if you can tell. It's pretty true to color because I got pretty bright lights in here, but it's really nice. Oh, by the way, last week I had been talking about the mug rugs that I've been doing. I can kind of review some of them with you right now. Let's see. The two styles I've been working on are the ones with the mitered square, and then the other one was the one with the basically just it uses the seed stitch around the edges and then the stockinette stitch in the middle. I posted the links to these designs as well as some other crochet ones that I also have done, but I don't have any samples right now. So if you want to look at last week's Coffee and Conversation number 7, it should be in there. I hope I gave the right number this week. This is Coffee and Conversation number 8. I will double check. But anyways, that's what our list. I did remember to list that because I know some of you wanted me to link for that, and I will send some links to what I'm going to refer to tonight. I thought I would reference some of the I like to make a lot of miniature ornaments. Most of them are miniature sweater ornaments. Here's one I was playing with. Now this is too small. I upped the needle size. I did this with a size 1 with sock yarn, but it's only maybe 1.25 inches big. It's too small, but I don't know. I've got some friends that have miniature trees, so maybe they'll use it. I'll see. Otherwise, I'll hang it on as a. I did do a bigger version of this. Of course, I still have one sleeve to go, so I'm not going to show it to you. But I'm working on Christmas presents. But I thought I would show you which patterns I use for my miniature stockings. All of these are located on the Barocco website, and they are free patterns. So if you go into Barocco free patterns, search for Minutia, which is how that is spelled at the top there. Each year they have a set of patterns, and some of them are knit and some of them are crochet. They have added more crochets over the year. I think the first year I used these was in 2007. Like I said, if you go to 2000, if you look under Minutia, and I will also list these on the links. These are the ones from 2009. The Star David behind me, yes, I did. That is from Sarah Sachs, and I can do a link for it. These are the Minutia. Hi, Susie. I'm glad you could join us. These are the Minutia patterns. Like I said, they're on the Barocco website. I had gone as far back as 2007 with these. That's 2009. I don't have all of them here because I only printed out some newer ones. This is the ones from 2013, and this does have crochet ones. Hey, CJ, how are you? I'm showing my Minutia patterns that I use. They're free on Barocco. You can get them, and they do have knit and crochet ones as you get farther up in the years. The early ones I did from 2007 and 2008, I don't believe had crochet. Now this one from 2015 doesn't have any crochet ones, but as you get farther along in 2016 and 2017, they do have more crochet. And they don't just have the sweaters; they also have the crochet ones. They have hats and mittens, and like this one here's a really cute crochet one at the bottom. This is from Minutia 2016. So you can look on the website for Barocco. And then here's the one from 2017, which has some they have both crochet and knit socks. So those are cute. When I do my crocheted mini stuff or my knit mini stuff, I do it on 2 circulars until I get to the sleeves, and then I will do them on the double points. But I might do the double points for this little sock because I have done those with the double points in the past. I want to try this one. I think that'll be cute. So that should be fun. So I'm just kind of going through some of my resources of where I get my patterns from. I get a lot of stuff on Ravelry. I do a lot of searches on there. Let's see. And then I was also going to talk to you about some of my... Oh, you're making the mermaid blanket? I just did that one. Yeah, I made one for my grandniece for her birthday. It turned out cute. Although the one I did was just a blanket. It wasn't the one of the cozies that you can climb into because I figured it'd be easier for her to get in and out. She's like 3 years old. I'm going to turn my sound off on my phone. If it rings, I'll just have to stop it. How is the weather by you? We're freezing here. I see we got down to the 40s, and in North Carolina, where we just came back from, they've got like over a foot of snow. Oh, I'm so glad I'm out of there by now, because I'm so afraid of falling on ice and snow. So I know Minnesota's pretty cool right now. I don't think you guys got a lot of snow right now, though, if you're up there. Oh, it's 20 up in Minnesota? Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I wore my hat and scarf and fingerless gloves today because I was cold. I finally went and saw the new Fantastic Beasts movie. That was really good. I'm not going to do any spoilers about it, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. Let's see what else I was going to talk about. Oh, we got a couple more people there. Say hi if you can. I'm trying to do a little bit more with my podcast. And if you guys feel free to let me know if there's something you want me to talk about or if you have any questions. Hi, Sara Mae. Good to see ya. We're freezing here. And CJ's here too as well. Hi, Christy. I know Christy's freezing too. It's cold. Yeah, I know here too. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, you're getting down in the 20s, CJ? Well, I'm glad you don't have any snow. North Carolina and Virginia have been getting hit something bad. I was wondering if Miss Seta got stuck with any. I was just kind of going over some of my reference books. And Christy, and Sara Mae, I did put the links to my mug rugs from last week, and I listed both crochet and knitting ones for you. So, and I think all of them are free. So check the crochet and conversation number 7 from last week. It should be in there. I'm being naughty because I'm not finishing some of my projects, but I did start working on some Christmas presents. Oh, no problem, Sara Mae. And no problem. Oh boy. Anyways, I was going to work on some, reviewing some of my books or, references. I have some goddesses that I follow. Some of them are still around with us and some aren't. One of them is, of course, Elizabeth Zimmerman is kind of like the queen of contemporary knitting. She was very popular back in the 60s and 70s, and her daughter Meg Swanson has taken over. They do the Schoolhouse Press out of Wisconsin, and Meg Swanson also still does some videos, and she also has the knitting retreat she does every year. So check her out at the Schoolhouse Press. But Elizabeth, her knitting workshop is really good. It's kind of got anything that she used to have on some of her workshops listed in here. One of her most famous patterns was the Baby Surprise, which was kind of a kimono type of baby sweater, and I know they've done it in both big and children's and the and she's all adult size. She's also famous for her Aran style and Fair Isle style sweaters, like some of this stuff. But her books are great because they go over everything on every step of the way. Like I said, she's really good. If I ever get around to making a really complicated Fair Isle sweater, I'll make sure I look at her stuff in here because she's very detailed. Oh, good. Oh, good. Sara Mae says she has a pattern for the adult baby surprise, I guess is what it is. And then she had her newsletters that she put into they put into a booklet form posthumously. And then also she has a book called Knitting with No Tears. Great, CJ. And Christy, I wanted to see if maybe you wanted to learn how to knit. I could, when we meet up, I'll bring some beginning stuff for you. Lion Brand Yarn has some good stuff on their website for teaching you how to knit. So, and here's a good one too. Margaret Radcliffe. I've got a couple of her books that are good sources. This one, if there's a problem you're running into, she might be able to answer your questions. I've had to look at questions in here like how to pick up drop stitches and stuff like that. And so it's really good. And it goes into short row shaping and stuff like that. Yeah, I would love to. I'd be glad to show anybody the basics. Margaret Radford also has, this book is really good. And it almost teaches you how to read your knitting. It covers everything in here. I'm getting better and better at looking at my knitting and trying to figure out problems. I still have a tendency to frog stuff or tink it back. Yeah, I got this at a thrift store too, really reasonable. So it's great. And this is the one I use. I usually have this with me because it's like a encyclopedia of knitting. Especially, it used to be every time I had to do the Kitchener stitch to do my toes, I had to look it up. This covers everything, like increases, decreases. Yeah, I go to thrift stores so much. Oh, you do? Oh, cool. I got that at the thrift store too. I get a lot of stuff there. My armchair in here and my Afghan I got there too. So cool. I think everything in this room is from a thrift store with the exception of my cubby. I think I got that really cheap. Well, I shop at I used to shop at the one that was attached to my office. Oh, thanks. Yeah. I decided to go. I was running around today. I didn't feel like doing anything with my hair, so I just braided it up. Usually I have just one braid down the back or have it up. Yeah, this is my naughty and nice one. I decided to wear naughty today. So, also a good form of learning things too, especially if you get to the point where you're comfortable with knitting and you want to change things up. You can get a stitch directory and use that to change up your sweaters. You can take any basic sweater and find a pattern in here, a stitch pattern that you can change up. And this is the same with crochet. Crochet has crochet dictionaries too that you can look up stitches. I use this a lot with my socks and stuff. If I look at it, if you know what your stitch count is on your thing and that you can devise it. Yeah, get cold for the holidays. Yeah. So, and this is another thing I got really cheap too. I think I got this at Books A Million or Barnes & Noble on sale. It was like 50% off. But this is another one. There's a lot of different stitch pattern dictionaries. And then this is one I got recently because I know how to read crochet charts. I don't know how to read knitting charts so well. I've done a couple of projects where I used them, but so this kind of explains knitting charts, and I still get confused. But if as long as it's only like 2 or 3 repeats or rows in the repeat, I'm fine. Anything more complicated, and I go, huh? So I look at that. I watch a lot of yeah, I'm okay with the crochet charts as long as they're not real big. But one thing I've noticed about the crochet charts is they usually look exactly like the picture. with knitting, some of the charts you have a different thing to do for front and back. So with crocheting, you don't necessarily have that. They number the directions, like 1 through 3 is one direction, and then or the even numbers are one direction, the odd numbers are the other direction. So, but and then my knitting goddesses, I already talked about Elizabeth Zimmerman. Stephanie Pearl McPhee is another one. She's the Yarn Harlot. She's another good source of information. This has all kinds of rules for knitting. She has a really good blog too. If you look her up, the Yarn Harlot, she's really good. And then Wendy Knits, she's one of the people I consulted for learning how to do basics. Oh, you did make the Yarn Harlot poncho. Yeah, she's good. Wendy here has a really good she has a really good recipe or pattern for doing socks. She also has a kitty pie bed for cats, which I did. It was basically you just knit it in the circle and then you felt it. So I made a kitty bed out of here. Let's see if they got it in here. She's got catnip mouses in here too. Yeah, here's the kitty pie bed. She's got it. It's cute. I made mine. My cats used it when they were kittens, but then as they got older, they quit using it. So I don't know if I still have it or not. I'd like to make a bigger version of it. My other knitting goddess is actually somebody I adore, and I've gotten to be friends with. Susie knows her too, and that's Annie Modisett. She has got a lot of really good historical books. Oh, have fun, Sara Mae. My honey's getting ready to go to work. Annie has have a good night. Annie has a background of costume design, so she's very good about. Yeah, she's doing a lot better now. She's gotten through her chemo, but she's got a lot of really good historical based patterns. She's made, and this book's really cool because it's about kind of like a history of knitted garments. So it's called History on Two Needles. She's got some other books too that are good. She's called The Knitting Heretic. But she also is the person behind Mode Knit Yarns. So if you go MODEKNIT or look up Annie Modisett, she's great. Bye, Sara Mae. Have a good one. Hi, Sandra. And then I have another one called The Finishing School. This is about what to do when you get ready to finish your projects, about sewing them together, if you want to do some extra stitching on the edges, like picot stitching. So I'm sorry I don't have any good books today for crochet. I have some old crochet books somewhere, and I'm talking like they were my mom's from the 60s. So if I can find them, I will find them. I do a lot of stuff for crochet. I do YouTube. Come on, come on, come on. How are you doing, kitty? I haven't seen you all day. Come on. Well, come up. Tira's here. She came to see me. Oh, yeah, Kate and I have been fighting to use this room. I don't have any on Tunisian, Susie. I have one book that's got some Afghan patterns in it, but I haven't done a lot, and it's been a long time since I've done Tunisian. I'd like to get into that again, too. And I'd like to get the long Tunisian crochet sticks that have the extra cord on them so you can do big projects, because the ones I used to do, they were just long strips, but they were narrow, and then you had to sew them together. So I'd like to do something a little bit differently. I also want to learn how to do hairpin lace, because one of my early books that I got from Kristen Amdahl has got a really cool hairpin lace tunic in it that she showed at the show on the show the other day. Or in the book. She doesn't have the sample anymore, but it's really pretty. It'd be really nice as a cover up for Florida. Just maybe wear a tank top under it. Oh, you do? Good. Oh yeah, I remember I had a book. Actually, it was my Learn to Knit book that I made my dad some covers for his golf golf clubs. Oh, cool. Yeah, there's so many new things I want to do. Hi, Misu. How are you? All my cats are coming in to say hi to me because I've been gone all day. I went and I took a bunch of stuff up to the library. I took a big mail bucket full of knit magazines there, and then I put another mail bucket full of books. I have more to get rid of. So I think after the holidays I'll start going through my yarn that I want to de-stash, and I'll let you guys know. I'm probably going to list them on eBay. But I have got so much yarn. I figure if it's stuff that I bought 10 or 15 years ago, if I wasn't going to use it, yeah, I really would like to learn how to do that again. It's been so long. Kristen Omdahl is going to do a hairpin lace tutorial. She was talking about it. So Susie, I'll let you know when she does that because she's a goddess too. She's another of my knitting goddesses. A crochet goddess actually. Her and Sarah Sachs have some really good tutorials, and I will list them. I'm drinking coffee tonight out of my St. Augustine glass. It's hazelnut. It's got caffeine in it, but I don't care. Oh my God! This morning, Christy and company from the Create, Share, Inspire. I fell asleep before the podcast barely got started. I was tired. My cat got me up at like 5 o'clock to feed him, and then I said, "Oh, heck with it. I'm gonna take this off. I'm getting hot." So I said, "The heck with it. I do too." Christy, I really want to retire there if I could afford to, because it's so beautiful. I told my boyfriend I wouldn't mind going to St. Augustine or Jacksonville or even Fernandina Beach. I love that area. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I do have yeah, portable. Oh yeah, see, I have got so much yarn. You would never know. Yeah, if I retire, I'm never going to have to buy any more yarn. But I have a job interview on Monday, so I'll keep you guys posted. I've been sending out a lot of applications, so something's going to give. I'm also going to register with a couple of temp agencies. I just got to get a job that has benefits. I'm going broke paying my own insurance and stuff. But we'll see what happens. I'm trying to keep a positive attitude about it. And my honey has been having his own health problems. He's been having the same kind of pain in his right hip that I always have. Mine, I know what mine is, but he has to get yeah, there's one of the places I'm applying with Susie. She got her job through Account Temps. But Cy has he got an x-ray done, and they found that he's got advanced arthritis in his hips, so he's probably going to have to get, tomorrow we're taking, yeah, temp agencies work great for me. I've gotten a couple of jobs out of that. He's going to have to get a cortisone shot tomorrow, and then he's going to start physical therapy. So, yeah, been there, done that. The cortisone shots helped me a lot with my knees. I got to tell you that, that's been a godsend for me, and doing the chiropractics for my back has been helping me. So I've been not feeling too bad lately, so knock on wood. So, but yeah, you get old, he does a lot of running around at work, walking and climbing ladders and stuff, so and he's getting up there too, so he's older than me, but he's still not old. But oh, she is going through therapy. Is that working for her too? Yeah, Sai's going to start the physical therapy on Wednesday. That'll help. I know when I was having problems with when I was having my stability problems, the physical therapy helped me a lot. And so it helps. I was zooming around the mall today on my scooter, though. That was fun. That was really helpful. I have a mobility scooter I use if I have to do a lot of walking. But I do use my cane and my walker a lot too, so I'm not as dependent on my walker anymore as I was. But oh, the infusions help. Yeah. So what are you guys all working on now? I'm still working on the same UFOs I was doing. Yeah, you can get it. What it does is, Christy, is it helps gives you more stability. It works with your providing stability in your back. Well, it was it gets better. Um, yeah, I had to do most of my exercises are stretching and stuff like that. I really should be doing them before I get up in the morning, and then also the water yoga helps. I've only gone once. I need to start doing it again because they have the classes once a week, and it would help me a lot. And they have a ramp you can walk into, and if you're in a wheelchair, you can use you can use your wheelchair in the water too. It's all heated, so but it's good. Well, let's see, what else am I working on? Well, you guys know I finished my sock last week. I haven't really gotten very far on the other one. I've actually been working on my granny stripes a lot because it's so mindless, and I can work on it in the car. I can work on it in the restaurant. So I've gotten through all the, I've started working on the going from the greens to the. I'm gonna start going into the purples and stuff. So it's going well. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I love the colors too. I have so many little balls of yarn from over the years. So that's fun. I'd like to get some more minis too, just specifically for that. And I'm gonna start doing my sewing. I ordered my labels for my, because I'm gonna start making my own bags and selling them, and so I got some labels made. So they're gonna be, say, freeze baby's fiber, and then I've got some patterns and some fabric all set to start cutting out. And I had gotten a little purse that's a zombie cat coin purse. I'll show you when I get that done. So, and I got some all kinds of stuff. Some Florida fabrics and some cats, and no Christmas. I got a lot of Halloween, and then Star Trek, the old Star Trek. So that'll be fun. See how I do with that. I think I'm gonna list them on Etsy, so we'll see. I found a place to get a bulk zippers. Oh, thank you. My stepson Gabriel. This is for Broadway Cares. It's a fundraising he did a fundraiser for AIDS awareness, and so Broadway Cares. He raised $80,000 with his group. So through the T-shirt sales and also button sales. I wonder if I got any of the buttons on here. Doesn't look like it. That might be on my bag. I have a lot of buttons on my. Ooh, I think I just dropped my. Didn't fall off the needle. Okay, good. I got too much stuff. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, he's a good kid. He's after the Pulse tragedy, the kids made up a bunch of buttons and gave them way down at the Pulse the memorial. So they have a bunch of different buttons they were giving away, and then they made buttons for the Broadway Cares and sold them, and so they're doing really good. Gabriel's enjoying going to college. We went and saw their show on Saturday night. It was a Madrigal Singers show, and they did a little bit of a play, and it was a like a dinner theater. So we had turkey and stuffing and gravy and bread pudding, and it was really nice. I think I might be able to load it. I've got some of the music on my phone. I'll try and download them. They did some really good old Christmas carols like Lo How a Rose and the Carol of the Bells and stuff like that. So it was really cool. I enjoyed it. Their next show they're going to be doing Avenue Q, the adult version. And the last time that Gabriel did at Avenue Q, they did it in high school, so they didn't have anything any of the music, you know, that's a little bit risque, but I love that show. The songs are so catchy, and it uses Muppets type puppets and stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing that again. I think Gabriel's going to be stage managing it, and so I'm looking forward to it. I love dinner theater too. We've been to medieval times here, and then we went to when they still had Arabian Nights. We went there. I would like to go to one of the mystery dinner theaters too. I think that would be a lot of fun. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. But listen, kids, I'm going to have to cut this short because my battery's down to 15% and it's going to start giving me fits. I'm going to try and download some more stuff, some content later in the week. I've got stuff I've already recorded. I even have stuff from my trip to North Carolina, so I'll try to do a better job. And I will add information about those patterns and stuff at the bottom here. Next week, I think I'm going to start going over my references for my sock books. And so if you like and subscribe, that'd be great. And spread the word because I would like to get it up to 100 people so I can do a giveaway because I have all these things that I had one I would like to spread the love, and you know, maybe get rid of some of my yarn. So that would be fun. But you guys have a great week. Keep warm, and I enjoyed chatting with you too. And I will see some of you tomorrow morning on Yarn at the Beach or Create, Share, and Inspire. And Susie, I love you. Take care, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye bye.